The police officer said, "Who called us? Where is the owner of that car?" Razia replied, "I called and the owner of the car is this lady." The officer looked at the girl's face and condition and said, "What is your name, madam?" "Nihan Irfani. Were you planning to commit suicide? Since you did this in a place away from public view, you won't be arrested. Is there anyone you want to come here?" "No, nobody. Everyone died for me. After all, there has to be someone. I don't want to see anyone, if death is a crime. Arrest me, but don't torture me." The officer sat down with a frown on her face and wrote something on his sheet and asked again, "How old are you?" 19. "Okay, so you don't have any problems now?" "No." The officer turned his head towards us and looked at everyone. Without saying a word, he walked towards the police car. We all breathed a sigh of relief. Razia said, "Nihan, what a beautiful name." She thanked him and started walking towards her car. Suddenly her steps slowed down and then stopped. She turned her head towards us and said, "Can I be with you and be your friend too?" We looked at her and each other in silence and surprise. Nihan nodded and started walking towards her car. Arusha called her and said, "You can. But you have to tell me why you wanted to commit suicide. We don't know you yet, and then we will decide what to do. Of course, if you speak honestly and it is not proven otherwise later." This time it was Nihan who hesitated. Milad said, "Make a decision, madam. You ruined our day. We came here to have fun, for example." Mayum said, "Can you hold your tongue for a moment? She is not feeling well." Milad said more calmly this time, "Am I lying? Milad? Okay, I give up." I got up and went to our things to drink some water. I didn't feel like swimming anymore. I dried myself off and put on my clothes. Asham said, "Parsa, don't you want to swim anymore?" I said, "Maybe later. Let's eat something for now. Let's go get those umbrellas. The sun is hot and we'll burn." She nodded and we went to the cars. Nihan also made her decision and joined the kids, and after a few moments their laughter started. As if it wasn't like what had happened just a few minutes ago. Of course, Arusha's experience had helped change the atmosphere a lot. Even Razia and Nazir had entered this atmosphere. After we got the umbrellas and set 'em up, we started eating. With the food finished and our questioning looks, Nihan took a deep breath and said, "We are a family of 6, I am the last child. Each of us has become miserable in some way. My older sister is married to an addict man, who has to set up his own party every night. Benaz and Marnaz are the same. But I am a cashier and a bank account for my parents, especially my father. Soren is common law son, his financial situation is very good, he has a big company and a lot of girlfriends. Because of his morality, his wife Fariba ran away from him. Before Fariba, he came to me, but I said no. But the child is more than this. He used to say that you are only mine and you can't run away from me. If necessary, I will tie you hand and foot and even take you without a contract, and he really did it. I fought with my parents and screamed that I didn't want this man. I got slapped by my father. I went to my friend's house who was married, but he also pushed me to marry him, because he loves me. I wanted to look for a job, to become independent and live without fear, but worse, I fell into his trap. I went to a company where he was the boss. The conflicts and threats continued. I asked him to wait for a while. That I found out from here and carried out my threat, that I am always lucky, you were here and saved me.